In today's world where almost everything can be accessed on fingertips, the importance of passwords guarding your personal data is paramount. But viewers, how much time and attention do you give to your passwords? A recent report pointed out that 34 lakh Indians use password as their password, and guess what, it takes less than 1 second for hackers to break your password and steal your data, money and whatnot. So on the ET Money Show today, we will help you understand how you can devise a safe password and the common mistakes that you must avoid. Now we are joined by Nitin Bhatnagar, Regional Director of the Payment Card Industry Security Standard Council. Nitin, good evening and welcome to the show. This is
Thank
absolutely
you, Kavita.
shocking. People have password as their password. Is it that common?
I think, I think as you right said, I think the password is a password. I think it's like people want to be in a hurry and, they just want to keep something which is easy for them to remember. Now, important thing that, your viewers need to understand is the criminals are still being successful with the basic attacks. And, they are trying to create new ways to infiltrate systems and steal valuable data that can be used to commit frauds. Now, the low hanging fruits that we call is the weak passwords. Probably if I go beyond passwords, it is outdated and unpatched softwares and the insecure remote access. And these are the root causes of most of the major data breaches that we would have heard about, in the past. Now, these can be addressed. These can be addressed by implementing and maintaining a strong data security foundation, that addresses the people, process, and technology. Now, coming back to these passwords, I think strong passwords is a need of an hour. And the use of a weak and default password. So there's something called weak or default. Default something that comes with your devices. Probably we are talking about IoT. Probably you may get something admin 123, admin 124. So these are the defaults passwords that you get with your devices. So you have to immediately change all your default passwords that you get with your from your service providers with whatever you're trying to do. Getting an internet connection at your home, or getting a dongle from a telecom provider, or probably getting default passwords from your banking financial institutions, or probably maybe whatnot. So the weak and the default passwords is one of the leading causes of the data of the payment data breaches. For the individuals, or probably you can talk about businesses. Now, you need to create a strong password. Strong password could be a combination of alphanumeric, numeric, uppercase, lowercase, probably a small a, small b, or capital B, combination of special characters, and also the numbers, the numerical place. So if you are able to create a strong password with the combination of these, I think that makes a strong password. And also, people always sometimes have a perception, how do I remember when I create this strong password? So you can try to keep or memorize something which
Exactly
is
my
really
question,
common.
Nitin, because it's not only one place where you have to create a password. There are so many online
Correct.
places where you are creating passwords, and if you talk about creating strong passwords, we will need a password to remember those passwords also. How can one
That's
do
true.
that?
Yeah, so I think you need to memorize something. Even I would say even you can try to create a movie name, but when you create in a way, for example, for A, you can make it add to date, right? For something numbers, you can just jumble the numbers across. But at the same time, you have to keep something which is really easy for you to remember. A movie name, probably a song. You can create even a passphrase. If you are finding it difficult to create a password or a strong password, you can create a passphrase, which is probably something nobody else know. If somebody try to guess also, nobody will just get into your mind and find out what the passphrase that you may be thinking at that point, right? So creating a passphrase or is much easier for the people who doesn't remember, who are not able to remember their passwords, when they create with the alphanumeric, numeric, and the special characters. But at the same time, if you really want to go beyond this, try multi-factor authentication as one of the other way. Even if you forget your passwords, if you want to keep it really simple and you forget a passwords, and if you have a multi-factor authentication enabled on your devices, on your social media accounts, on your banking accounts, on your whatever the accounts that you deal when you are virtually trying to transact, That's give you an additional layer of security. Now, over and above, if I talk about what next after multi-factor authentication, so you can even also try push-based authentication methods, where you get a notification on your mobile device or a device which you have in addition to your passwords and MFA, where you need to authenticate that you are the only person who are trying to authenticate and get login or get access to your accounts that you want to probably do financial transaction on. So these are the ways that you can try and try to keep your account safe and be safe from the cyber criminals.
And how often should we change our passwords? Is that important?
Yeah, that's very, very important. You should keep at least 30 days bare minimum. The global industry best practices that I think you should change it within 30 days. And you should not keep the same password that you used for one account for the other account. So you should keep changing and avoid keeping those same passwords as your next password for some other account, because if sometime if your passwords get compromised or get leaked somewhere, the hackers would try to do permutation combination with those passwords with your other account. So avoid that. Minimum best practice I think that I could tell you is that 30 days, change them, make them strong, keep it simple, and which is easy to remember, right? And try to make your passwords strong in a sense that they're not same always, and you have to keep changing them.
But then, do you think having a hack-proof password is the only way to save yourself from hacking?
See, there are other best practices. I told you three things that keeps the strong passwords. Weak passwords is one thing. Other is insecure remote access when you try to get access to your systems, and the third is the patching. When your softwares or systems are not patched. So these are the three different areas that one should keep a watch on, because passwords just alone may not help you, but you have to see your overall health of your system where you are trying to do a financial transaction. I always used to say, Kavita, that keep your personal and your professional devices separate, because what happens that the reason I am telling you keep those separate, because when you do financial transaction on your professional devices, there's a probability you get a phishing email, and if you get a phishing email, you activate the phishing email. There are chances that the hackers may want or try to get the personally identified information of yours and use it to commit a crime,
Definitely.
right? So you use separate devices for financial separate devices for personal and professional, and financial transactions should be separate
Yeah.
altogether on your personal device.
And all with very strong passwords. Thank you so much, Nitin,
That's true.
for giving us all the tips and tricks to make a strong and a healthy password.